Welcome to Let's Talk Macarthur. Today's guest has been cleaning up in Macarthur region for over 35 years and has established himself and his business into the very fabric of our community. An experienced networker, passionate business person, generous supporter of community groups and charities, and an almost OCD compulsion towards the quality of service he provides. From Esteem carpet and tile cleaning, welcome Sal Saad.
Thanks, Mark.
How are you, mate?
Good, thanks.
Good. Mate,
Yeah.
We might as well start off with, where did it all begin? Where were you born, mate?
Where was I born? I'm a foreigner. I was born in Lebanon. I was 3 months old when we came over. I'm number 5 of 8 kids. So I'm definitely a middle child there with a couple of others. They come over and they moved over Colton, over near Hurstville in the St George area. And my dad's still going, 96, and he's still going, and still in the same house. And then I went to Colton Public School in primary school, and then Cogra High School. Left in year 4. Hang on, it's year 10 now, isn't it? That's
year
it.
10 now, yeah.
In year 10, and I'd done an apprenticeship in smash repairs, in panel beating. Went into when I was a tradesman, did a couple of years as a tradesman, and then I just started my own little business up in Dad's backyard, and then moved into a factory at Peakhurst for a few years and sold that. And my brother-in-law said, "I'll come over and give us a hand. He's a carpet cleaner," and I thought, "Oh, that's not a bad trade," and I've been doing that ever since. Yeah,
yeah, that is a big change.
Yeah.
So you started working with your brother?
My brother-in-law. No, I only went over to help him for a few days, for a week or something like that. And back then there was no training or anything, and that was the training you got either off other carpet cleaners or from the supplier, which wasn't much. So you needed a bit of common sense and that where, fortunately about 10 years after I was in the trade, then someone decided to start doing courses. So so we've done a lot of courses on upholstery cleaning, carpet cleaning, tile cleaning, stain removal. I don't know, spent a lot of money on courses to make sure we were doing it right. So
and you list all of those on your website as services that you provide. So what was it about the carpet cleaning back then that sort of enticed you into it and away from the smash repairs?
Well, this way, when I had a shower and I blew my nose, it didn't decide what color car I sprayed that day. So, and it was a dirty trade. It's a lot cleaner now the way they do it, but back then it was just no spray booths or none of this dust retention stuff. So it was a very dirty trade. It was fun when you're young.
Yeah.
But it's not an old man's occupation.
Yeah, not so good for your health.
Yeah.
So when you started the business, I think it was mid-80s, 1986?
86, yeah.
86, yeah. I was just finishing school then. What challenges did you face when you started the business? Because it's a very different time in the mid-80s to what it is now.
Yeah, there was... Well, the biggest thing I always remember is the advertising, where you had to wait for yellow pages to come out each year. You had to spend an absolute fortune on it. No one liked talking on answer machines. So, if you didn't have anyone in the office, if they left the message, you could ring them back in the night time because there's no mobiles. And so it's a lot of that. And plus the equipment, nowhere near as powerful and as effective and the products we use. Now they're so specialized, basically for each stain almost you can have a specialized product for that. And the different types of carpets, because they're coming up with different types of carpet. The latest one is the Triexta carpet, or Smart Strand, or Eco Plus it's called, depends on who makes it. 25-year guarantee, it won't stain. So there's a certain way to clean that. There's not many people who know how to clean that. We have Harvey Norman recommending us to clean those for them, and Godfrey Hurst. Is Godfrey Hurst? Yeah, they manufacture one, and they actually recommend me as well. So. Yeah.
So how often do you need to review and keep up with the technologies that are coming out?
These days, not too often. It's you sort of get the products I use. You get used to those products, and you try other ones, but you usually come back to the ones that work. I think I've maybe over the years probably only used mainly three different products overall, just because they work well. You know, they're reputable companies, and they're not cheap, but they work well, and that's what you want. You don't want to be going back and redoing jobs or doing the job, trying to spend half an hour, cleaning a small area when you can do something in a lot less time.
So how many operating within the Esteem group?
You're looking at him.
You're looking at him. Eh? So this is why your network and your reach in the community is so great, because after 35 years, you've been a real stable person, and I know you're involved in Campbelltown Chamber and some networking groups, and you're highly involved in a lot of charities. What are some of the community groups that you do get involved with?
Charity wise,
yeah.
Well, at the moment, actually, we're doing a 24-hour fight against cancer. I've got a thing out. I've got to start putting that on Facebook. I'm a bit slack that way, but while I've been off work, we've been walking. I've been doing probably around about 7 kilometres most days. I just meet up with a friend and we just walk around the local oval and a few times, and it works out to be 7 kilometres. We didn't realise it at first until we looked at our watches and saw that, oh gee, we walking and talking at 7Ks. So we're racking up the kilometres there, but so we're trying to help raise money for the 24-hour fight against cancer, and I'm on the fundraising committee, which I haven't been able to do much lately, for Okagi, esophageal cancer, with Polly Grundy. I think everyone knows Polly. So I'm there, and is that all I'm on? That's about it at the moment, I think. But
which is a great one. I work with Pina Borg, so we support Okagi every year through R&W as well, which is a very, very good one. And the thing I like about the one you're doing at the moment, because Rory Muscat, who has been active on social media, so you need to catch up. All that money stays local, which is fantastic.
That's what I like about it. I like giving to local charities more than the bigger ones, and because they're all volunteer based, the money goes there. Same as like with Rotary, all the money that goes there, it gets used locally, and it's not sort of going in wages and administration and all stuff like that. So
we just recently did an interview with Paul Macon from We Are Community, which is another local volunteer-based one, and they do a fantastic job, boots on ground. So you were talking about marketing before, and back in the 80s when it was waiting for the yellow pages to come out, and maybe doing a post box drop or maybe a little bit of door knocking. Did you ever get involved in that, Sal?
Not door knocking. I remember one time doing a letterbox drop. I printed up the brochures myself and done a letterbox drop around Woodbine and all that. And I got a terrific response. And I thought, this is good and cheap. I'll do it myself. And when I've had a bit of quiet time, and the next time I done it, I got virtually no response. So I think I must have just, you pick the right times, and if you're lucky, you get the right times, and that's it. So it was a bit hit and miss, that sort of stuff.
So where do you focus your marketing now?
I don't. Basically, I don't. I think I've got a little bit in True Local. I think I've got a small ad there. A couple like on Yellow Pages online and stuff like that. But they're sort of like a couple hundred a year or whatever. It's not.
So what you're telling me is your referral and repeat database and network is enough to keep you going.
Sure is, yeah, it is. Well, I was just before I was talking to you, I was just looking through, because I've got a list of people that I've got to ring this week so I can start working next week, and there was 45 people I have to ring back
Yeah, wow.
At the moment. So,
Yeah. So were you ever tempted, Sal, to expand Esteem, to have more operators rather than just yourself?
I have had subcontractors, and I did have one fellow working for me. I used to have the Department of Housing contract, and he was doing that, but that was all too much of a headache. So I gave him the contract, and I just went on. And then I got a subcontractor, but he decided he wanted to move to Adelaide. And then, yeah, and I haven't been able to find anyone. I've got another subcontractor, but they're all pretty busy. They're just local businesses, and they're busy too. So we try and help each other out where we can.
Yeah.
But, it's a bit hard to, yeah. I would like to expand, but where I am at the moment, I'm ready to retire or semi-retire. So I really don't want to expand and have that headache.
Well, I guess there's a couple of ways to go for you. You could either look at franchising the process that you have and just control that, or sell the business. I guess you'd have some plenty of goodwill to be involved in there. It just depends on what time frame it is that you look that you want to take a bit of a step back from doing the physical work, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's it. Well, yeah, ideally, I would like to sell the business to another carpet cleaner and top up their work, and I keep like my equipment and subcontract to them maybe 3 days a week or something. That would be the ideal situation, but
well, maybe we can help you find somebody. Yeah. So if you're gonna step into the retirement mode at some stage in the near to middle future, what are your personal hobbies? What do you like to do outside of work?
Play golf. I do a lot of charity days.
Nice.
I don't mind doing that.
Where are you a member?
No, I'm not a member. I'm not
a member.
I'm not that.
Hey, I'm a member, and I'm not that good either.
No, I usually pick a team, or hopefully with Rick Fitzpatrick and people like that know how to play golf, and they teach me, and it makes our score, and I look good because they're hitting well.
As long as you're having fun.
Yeah. I normally like to play Warren Morrison because I can beat him, but that's.
As long as he's not wearing his beanie while he's playing golf.
Oh yeah, he wears Wally one.
Where's Wazza? Yeah, absolutely. So, what are you passionate about?
What am I passionate about? Gee, I don't know. In what context?
In any context you like. What are you passionate about in life generally?
Well, West Tigers. I don't know why, but I am. I enjoy my football. Enjoy being with family, the grandkids, and that. Just that sort of stuff. I'm not a real exciting type of person, but just.
I think there's a couple of traits in there. One is being a very loyal supporter to a team that's been struggling for quite a while now. Yeah. As long as they can keep some players and keep a coach intact, they might be able to build on something. Which would be nice. I know a few Tigers supporters that weren't that enamoured with watching Penrith win the grand final, but being a Roosters supporter, I was very happy to see it went to Penrith and not to South. So, which is great. But a great game, absolutely fantastic game.
It was a good game, but
either side would have deserved the win if they got over the line.
I was hoping none of them would win, but anyway, that wasn't going to happen.
Somebody's got to win.
Someone's got to win, that's right.
I was just happy it wasn't Melbourne. Absolutely. If you could go back, Sal, in time and have a word to your 20-year-old self, what would you say to him? What advice would you give him?
What would I do? Oh, gee, I know when I had my smash repairs, and we'd only just built out here while I had that, and because it was long hours as well, we'd be going out for dinner 4 or 5 nights a week on the way home, or getting takeaway and stuff like that. And we enjoyed ourselves a lot when we were younger, so we spent a lot of money. So I would say enjoy yourself, but put some away for a rainy day. I might have been retired by now, actually, if we'd done that.
Hindsight's 20/20, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. During this interview, I've asked you a couple of questions that are about the business and the services that you provide, and you've got a very good website. The website's very clean and very easy to read, so I'd encourage everybody to get on there and have a look to see what your services are. An interesting one is the tile and grout cleaning part of the business.
Yeah.
So what percentage of your work is done as carpet cleaning? And because a lot of modern homes now have less carpet in them, I know ours certainly does. We've only got one room with carpet in it. So how much of the business now is the tile and grout cleaning?
Carpet's the main one, of course. Probably, oh gee, I couldn't tell you percentage wise, but it's some weeks I don't do a tile, and some weeks I'm doing it every day. It varies, but it's a reasonable percentage. Probably maybe round about the 30%.
Yeah,
30%.
still quite a bit.
Maybe about 20% and 20% upholstery, upholstery and leather, and the rest would be carpet. I'd say something like that.
Yeah. So you say leather. So what do you do with leather?
Leather's all done by hand.
Right.
And we have special products to clean them, and it gets really deep into the pores of the leather, and it cleans it, and then we moisturize it. And if it's got like little cracks or the colors worn off and stuff like that, my sister actually does leather cleaning as well. She's at Elderslie, and so she can actually tint it and make it look like new again. So if it's, I do the cleaning, but if it's too bad, I push it off to her. She does the dirty work.
She does the beauty work.
The beauty work, yeah.
The beauty work. Excellent. Oh, that's a good one to remember. I'll file that one away because it's how often would you recommend that gets done on a quality leather lounge?
I suppose it comes down to how often you use it. If it's a daily used one and you're like me, you're wearing shorts and t-shirts all the time, and if it's a hot house and you're perspiring, it really does vary. But usually if you get things done every 12 months, I get richer. But but if you get them done every 12 months, they're always clean. You know, a lot of people seem to wait until they're, I could show you some photos. You'd see the photos on my website anyway, where some people that they just get absolutely putrid before they get them cleaned, and therefore then they're really clean, and they let them get putrid and they're clean. But if you get them cleaned every 12, 18 months, it's always clean. You know, you're always looking at it, sitting on a nice clean lounge or carpets or whatever.
Yeah, which is good advice, and for the cost of a quality lounge or something like that, it's well worth the investment of keeping it. It's just like servicing your car, isn't it? I mean, you go service your car regularly, and you should service those too. So everybody, we should make sure that we keep Sal with the money coming in so he can retire as soon as he possibly can. Mate, I wish you all the best luck with the 24-hour fight against cancer. Make sure you get it up onto your socials. Because it's a really, really worthwhile cause. How long does that go for?
Oh, they're saying to the end of the month, but I'm sure that they'll take donations after that. So, there's
a few going on at the moment. So there's the 24-hour fight against cancer. There's Move It for Mater Day, which I'm doing at the moment. So we should change the name of this program from Let's Talk Macarthur to Let's Walk Macarthur, and get everybody onto their pages and support these two worthy causes. All right. So I got one final question for you, and that is, if there was to be a movie made about Sal Saad's life, who would play you? Which actor?
Omar Sharif, how's that?
Ooh, wow. Omar Sharif. I think you're rating yourself pretty well there. That's great.
Not because of the looks.
Oh, I was going to worry if you were going to say Joe Pesci. What sort of practices you have?
More like Danny DeVito or something.
All right, a couple of quick fire questions for you. What's your favourite word?
I really don't have a favourite word, actually. I can't think of one.
Can't think of one?
Hello? How's
Hello.
that?
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, what's your least favourite word?
Can't.
Yeah, it's a bad one. I like that you don't like that, which is good. What is your favourite book?
Favorite book? I've never been a reader, but I like autobiographies, things
Okay.
like Richard Branson and
Yep.
things like that. I enjoy those ones more than reading storybooks.
Excellent. What's your favourite sound?
Sound, kids playing in a playground.
Yeah. What sound or noise do you hate?
The opposite of that, kids screaming in the
Crying. Yeah, absolutely. If God exists and you arrive at the pearly gates, what would you like to hear God say to you?
The obvious. G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. I love it. Sal Saad, thank you very, very much for joining us today on Let's Talk Macarthur. Today's episode wouldn't have been possible without some wonderful support from some of our other community leaders. So Scott Wakeling from Wakeling Automotive Group, Coleman Gregg Lawyers, Bryn Robinson, and you mentioned Rick from Fitzpatrick Robinson Group Accounting, Troy Nicholson and myself from Richardson and Wrench Real Estate, and young Chantel Yeaman from Technofunk Fitness Studios. So thank you for listening. Have a great week and look after each other, Macarthur.